Hi, everybody. We are going to begin our unit on the Constitution. This is my first time using Screencastify, and I've already started this video over about 4 times. So if I make a mistake, I'm just going to go along with it. So we're going to start by talking about where we left off before our extended vacation. We just finished the American Revolution, so we know that America has won the war and have gained independence from Great Britain. But now they're this new nation and they have to come up with some laws. So I'm going to start by asking you all a question. The question is, do you have an older sibling, maybe older cousin that your parents compare you to? And do you do everything in your power to be nothing like them because you're tired of being compared to them? Well, that's kind of how the United States feels about King George. They want their new laws to be nothing like the king's. But they try so hard to be the opposite of Great Britain that this leaves them with some issues. So we're going to talk today about the Articles of Confederation, which was the first attempt at drafting a constitution for the United States. And we know the Constitution today is the supreme law, but the first attempt at the Constitution did not go so well for the United States. The Articles of Confederation that we're going to do today, I want you to make a T-chart. And on the top of your T-chart, I want you to write Articles of Confederation. And on one side, I want you to write strengths. And on the other side, I want you to write weaknesses. So as we go along, you can jot those down. Please pause the video as we go. Go back to the slides that I've shared with you on the agenda because you can get the information there. You don't need to copy down everything that's on my slide, but copy down what the strength and the weakness is and any important information you think should go along with it. All right, so let's get started with the strengths of the Articles of Confederation. So one strength was the Revolutionary War. The Articles of Confederation gave the United States the right to make treaties and declare war. So what this means is that they were able to make the Treaty of Paris. And if you remember, this was the peace treaty that recognized the colonies as now the United States of America and freed them from King George's rule. So the fact that they're able to declare war, the fact that they're able to make treaties is a big bonus for them at the time. Another strength in the Treaty of Paris, they had Britain give the Northwest Territory to the colonies. So what that did was created 5 new states, including Michigan, and it may not have had that name at the time, but you can see on the map at the left, this is the general area that the Northwest Territory was established. So they also established Northwest Ordinance, and what this did was outlaw slavery in that territory and also enforced fair treatment of the natives because settlers were moving to the Northwest Territory, taking over land. So this is considered one of the biggest successes of the Articles of Confederation is this gain of this territory. So those are our 2 major strengths, the win of the American Revolution and the gaining of the Northwest Territory. Now let's talk about some weaknesses. So I'm going to put you in a scenario and we're going to stay in that scenario for a little bit. Right now, I want you to be the leader of the classroom, just like a leader of a country. And you've broken your class into 13 groups. The leader of each of the groups can collect money for their own needs, but you, the main leader, can't require that money. But if you ask nicely, these states or these groups might give you some. So think about why that might be a problem. Talk with someone next to you. Think about it in your head. If you thought there would be no money for the government and the government would be really broke because you have to have some kind of enforcement of that, you would be correct. So that is a huge lack in the Articles of Confederation. Oh, I got off this for a second. Okay, the next weakness we're going to talk about is trade. So you, the leader of these 13 groups, you can collect tariffs, so money on imported goods from other countries, or let's say other classrooms in this scenario. So the 13 groups can collect those, but you can't. Again, you don't want to have too much power like King George. You, the leader, want to trade with the leader of Mr. Jaworski's room, but Mr. Jaworski can't make an agreement with just you. They have to make an agreement with the 13 individual groups. Think about why it would be hard to make an agreement with 13 individual groups rather than just one leader. My video is about to end, so I am going to make part 2. So